How's it going, everybody? It's your boy Roar. We're here with some of the folks from ARP, incredible group with incredible singers, with an original song called Despair Ritual from, I believe, the group called Illusion. This was suggested to me on my Discord, I believe. You guys can always join my Discord, and that's a more pointed place where you can make suggestions for stuff to react to. I will preface that I am normally extremely busy in life outside of looking at Discord requests. I just want to point that out because someone did mention that they suggested something for me to react to a month ago and I wasn't able to get to it. I frequently forget stuff. So it is more of a streamlined way to get suggestions going through the Discord. You can always check that out. But yeah, without further ado, let's just jump into this one. Obviously, the video contains materials that people can find disturbing, like depression and execution. So be mindful of that, folks. Oof. Ooh. Jeez. This makes me think so much immediately of, what is her name? Raf Scrap? With their crazy video of a similar theme, where a lady was presumed to be a witch and cast out societally when they weren't. Oof. All the visuals here, too. Spooky stuff. And it's sad that ever was a time in our history where you literally were judge, jury, and executioner if you had some sort of religious backing. And then just argue even people that you didn't like. You could be like, I saw them in the woods. They're clearly a witch. What? But that was a thing. That happened. Oof. Super spooky. Beautiful harmonizing. I feel like I've heard a similar theme from some of these folks. Ooh. Ooh, so first of all, just incredible synchronicity with their harmonizing. Really good stuff. You can do so much with just how you pitch your vocals, and by pitching I don't mean in the studio necessarily, but knowing how to create harmonic dissonance. You harmonize with someone, but it makes it sound spooky. I think I've checked this out before. It just looks very familiar. But regardless, we're going to check it out again because I clearly forgot about it. Oh yeah. Ugh. It's just so spooky. Man. So it's that resignation to what was brought upon you, a curse, a reality you're never going to be able to escape. There's nothing you can do about it. You're just going to suffer. That's horrible. I think also there is something, one of my favorite horror tropes in modern day horror is the idea of a tiny little podunk town. I've driven through a few of those, and it like immediately makes me think, wouldn't it be really cool if there was like some eldritch deity hidden in the hills and it spooked out the town just a little bit, and whenever a traveler would come through, they'd basically send him off to where the being was so that they could placate it. But then also it got me thinking, right? How often is that literally what like the Salem witch trial type towns were like? You just, maybe you didn't have some eldritch deity bursting out of the ground, under the moonlight. But you had a group of people who had so much narcissistic, framed religious piety that they could just use their beliefs to turn anyone they want into the next victim. And it's literally the spookiest thing to me, because especially in those times, not everyone had any basis of understanding the Bible. A lot of people couldn't even read. So you get these horrible, awful people that knew how to use that to abuse and get the power that they wanted. It's horrible that ever had to happen, but it did. And that makes it all the more terrifying to me. So it's crazy to me that, add a few thousand years onto that, put it in a different setting, and make the threat of, the creature a little bit more mythical, and it's my favorite thing. Interesting. Okay. It's something, either it's the visuals, like the kind of charcoal looking drawing, but having a skeleton lying sideways like that is literally one of the most disturbing things to me. I don't know what it is. It's one of the things that, as much as I loved Dungeon and Meshi, there was a point where they had to revive a character by using literally their corpse. And it was so weird because the main character, who I guess literally had autism, was like so happy, like, oh, we're going to put our friend back together. But it was like super spooky background music. And it's literally like the episode ends with them looking at a skull and being like, is that you? And it shows the perspective of the skull looking at the person. And I was like, that's demented as hell. Like, that's scary as hell to me. And I was just like, oh yeah, no, thank you. No, thank you. I guess it's literally just, it is all that is left of them. That scattering of bones drawn in a very like frail position. I think that's what it is. It's just like, that's literally the last bit of existence of that person. Ew is all I have to say. Ew. Type ew in the comments if you got this far. Oh, and look, I'm curious, side note, if in the world of this here, because I don't know if these two are the same person, like one is kind of a different form of her, but the fact they're all holding crosses towards her, I wonder if it's partially because still back in that day, like homosexuality was considered like demonic possession kind of thing. Whether or not you believe it's an appropriate lifestyle to have, the fact of the matter is it's not demonic. It's just, so if these are two different people, but then they're looking at it like, oh no, you're this horrible, awful thing, get away from me. That's just ew. That's another ew. Just saying. Yeah. Yeah. So it was those people who were grinning that were like, "Oh, we're gonna say stuff about you and really mess up your." Oh, maybe, huh? Deception ritual done by illusion, and then this is despair ritual. Because this was what I saw. I'm pretty sure. So maybe it was just, oh, maybe it was these folks in like doing their own cover of it. That's probably what it was. But anyway, this is dope. I mean, these guys never miss. They never miss. They're fantastic. They're awesome at what they do. And if I'm not feeling genuinely like, like feeling like I'm turning in on myself because of how emotional the song is and like gritty it is, then I'm crying my eyes out and hating the singers that are singing it. It's a wonderful, all in or all out, black and white viewpoint with ARP's music. No, they're fantastic though. But I want to know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Let me know, and please support these folks if you enjoy their voices. They need more support. And that's all I got to say about that. Thanks for watching.